All right, here's how things are going down. This office, New River Radio Group, just like every other office, gets into small, tiny, bickering battles about I can do this, no you can't, yes I can, no you can't. And this one we actually get to test out. I laid down the gauntlet to all of our other on-air personalities to taste test Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero, and see if they could identify off of just taste. And what started off as everyone being very, very confident has slowly migrated back towards very, very skeptical now that they're sitting with the drinks in front of them. So yeah, we have it all set up here.
Here we go.
JT, Big Nate, Curtis from Curtis in the Morning, and our guy Drez are all. Give us your thoughts before you guys get started.
In Drez's defense, he wasn't even here for the conversation. He was on vacation.
Somebody just grabbed me, threw me in here, and said, "Let's do this."
He's just been thrown into the fire.
But I am curious because this is one thing that I've always kind of thought about and felt like I could do. I don't know about because Diet Coke and like the Coke's Zeros and the Diets, those are going to be pretty similar. In my opinion, but I feel like you'd be able to tell the difference between the regular,
right?
But I don't know. I mean, I went through and smelt them all. You said just strictly on taste, then it is because I cannot smell the difference at all. They all smell the same to me.
I will say this. When no one else was in here, I did the pouring. Different ones foam different amounts, which has to say something about their chemical compositions.
Right.
I was trying to read, I'm trying to the bubbles on the side to see if that even all looks pretty the same.
Some of them look a little paler than others. If that
does that
I don't
inform your decision at all?
So diet soda is not sticky because there's no sugar in it. Are we allowed to dip our finger in there?
Sure.
Also, was there a third party in here while you were pouring?
No.
Or were you supposed to trust the new guy, the new sports guy?
You're just supposed to trust me.
Okay, cool.
Well, knowing that I am a sports guy and I take competition very seriously,
right.
and rules and whatnot.
In Tim's defense, all of the 2 liters look like they're roughly at the same level. So unless he was pouring some into the toilet.
Fun fact, they're all Pepsi. No. They're all, I have the answer sheet in my back pocket. It's folded up. No one else can see it. All of you have different, so your cup number 1 is not the same as Drez's cup number 1.
Right.
So you guys can't cheat off of each other. There's no looking off each other's paper. And I want you to discuss it. I want you to help each other out.
So this is way more difficult than I thought it was going to be because I thought we were up against Pepsi Coke, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero, and that,
there are no categories.
1 and 2 was going to be either Pepsi or Coke, but these are all mixed up.
Yeah.
Have we said what they are?
They are.
Yeah.
The options are
Okay.
Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero are the 6 options. You have to do your best to identify them all.
If only Sprite was in this, though, I feel like I might be able to get that one right.
If one of them was Sprite or one of them was spiked, I think you guys would have.
We're going to get a whole new thing because you got Sprite and Sierra Mist. Can you tell the difference between
Sprite,
them?
Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Mountain Dew.
We'll see how you guys
Yellow.
do here. We'll see how embarrassed you guys are here.
Let's see how this goes, Curtis, before we just start levying other challenges.
Okay, so I think we've been talking about it long enough. Jump in.
Start
All
going.
right, so we're going with number 1 first. Okay.
Which is all
Everyone's different, so you
Yeah.
just try to identify them as quickly as you can.
My number 1, I do not think is a diet because that's pretty sweet.
My number 1 is a diet.
Let's not refer to them as my number 1.
That one is definitely all right. So these 2 do not taste diet to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and go kind of lined up like this.
My first cup is diety and terrible, so it's either Pepsi or Pepsi no sugar.
Interesting. This is very interesting.
Sorry, Rick Watson.
So I think this is my diet column. I'll get a diet column going, a zero column going, and
I've
a
seen
sweet
people
column.
do this before. There's been 2 strategies.
God, that's awful.
They either try to
That's a diet column.
the 2 strategies have either been to divide up what you think are the diets, the zeros, the regulars, or some people try to divide up Coke and Pepsi products and then differentiate that way.
I don't know if I could really tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. But these ones are definitely diet in my opinion.
My number 2 doesn't look like other number 2s. Is there a number 3?
Wait a minute. Okay.
And I think that the zeros taste more like the regular because that's what they're based off of, right? Like the difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero, because they're both have 0 calories, right?
Yes.
And 0 sugar. But it's like the recipe, like the Coke Zero recipe is baked on the classic Coke versus Diet Coke, which is a whole different recipe or something.
Drez is getting deep. Drez is a chemist.
Just letting you know.
Before I take a drink of this one, of number 4 for me, just off the look of it, I'm going to say this is Pepsi.
Just off the look. He's getting cocky now.
He's really just.
And I was wrong. Wow.
We need a palate cleanser. Do we have soup crackers? Do we have
Oh,
soup
geez.
goldfish?
Jamie's almost
Oh,
finished
this one's
with one
really
of them.
bad.
He enjoyed one.
Switching this one over to the zero pile.
Yeah, Jamie and Nate, give us a conversation about what you guys are going through here.
I've lost my system.
2 of the cups are Coke.
You're just gonna have to trust me that I can tell you is not true. I'm trying very hard not to give hints. I have the answer sheet for each of you open in front of me. I'm doing my best to keep a straight face, but I can say there are not 2 Cokes, unless you count. There's 3 Coke products, but not 2 Coke classics.
Okay, I think I have my regular, Diet, and Zeros lined up, but now I need to figure out which ones are Cokes, which ones are Pepsis.
Right.
And that I'm not sure at all. I don't want to tell you because I don't want to read. My regulars, I have D1 and D6. My diets, I have D3 and D4. And my zeros, I have D2 and D5. Who knows? Who knows? That might change.
As the film will show, I did not react positively or negatively for any of those.
Most of these are bad. I can say that for
No
sure.
doubt. Something's not right.
We're not sponsored. None of our shows are sponsored by any major cola
Well,
products.
I don't normally drink sodas that much. The only time I'm drinking sodas is if there's alcohol in them. So I will say this: Diet Pepsi is the best to mix with Captain Morgan because it makes
Really?
it taste like a vanilla Pepsi kind of a thing.
This is all
which is awesome.
surprising coming from Drez.
This is a contest I can get behind here. We need to do this next.
Also, the diet soda, there is some science that it does maximize your buzzability.
Yeah, like if you're mixing liquor, you should mix with diet. And that's what I've heard. That's the mentality I've gone by. Plus, let's be honest.
All right, we're looking at 7 minutes this took to go from naming sodas to discussing how to keep your buzzability, which is a word, I'm told. A lot of head nodding going on from JT over there.
I'm gonna go. This one's Coke.
Curtis, are you satisfied? Did you?
I'm thinking whether I'm trying to decide if I want to lock in with my answers. They all tasted the same, actually.
All of them? See, is that good or
this
bad
one-
Okay. Let's go with the theory of does the drink taste different out of the 2 liter versus a can or.
It's a whole nother. The fountain is where I would choose to be, if I could choose.
I've been going back and forth on these zeros and diets now. But I think
You know what? I'm rooting for you guys. That's what I'm saying right now. I hope that you're better than people I've seen this do in the past, and you're rolling six strong.
Okay, I think I'm. Maybe I should just leave it be.
I'm not doing great.
Second guessing.
I've been taking notes over here, and somehow I was trying for process of elimination. I've got 2 Coca-Colas. So
I see there's also arrows written down, like switching.
and they go both directions.
I've locked mine in,
Yeah, I'm locked
You've
in.
locked
and I
yours.
desperately need to burp.
No doubt.
Well, I will say that I gave a probably generous pour on each of them because I didn't want them to run out. Looking over to JT, mostly gone on most of them.
That may have been a tactical error on my part.
It's like a. Have you ever judged a chili contest or a barbecue contest or something like that?
No.
The first ones you're so stoked to be judging a chili contest that you wolf down, and then they're like, all right, 37 more, and you're, oh no, I should have been doing half a teaspoon of each.
I don't even like chili that much.
Yeah. All right, Drez the chemist is over there.
No,
Did you just mix them?
He is
No.
going to town on this over here.
He's pouring them back and forth from
He's
cup to
conducting
cup,
some serious lab
seeing
experiment
how
over there.
how they react to each other.
Okay. All right, I guess I'm done. I don't want to drink any more soda.
All right, lock them in. Put them over where you think
All
they
right,
are.
so we'll say this one's Coke.
Someone help him out.
We'll say this one's Pepsi.
Okay.
And then we'll say, oh crap, what did I just do?
Nate completely housed all of his soda.
I like sugar.
This is
Wow. Yeah,
Wow, he really did finish them all. So how do you know? Oh, goodness.
I don't.
Oh, you have them written down. You have them written down. Okay, I see.
This one will say Diet Coke. We'll say this one's Diet Pepsi. And then
Pepsi.
This one's yours.
Hey, don't move mine.
whatever. Pepsi Zero and Coke Zero. Diet Zero, whatever. This
He
is,
just threw out Diet Zero,
Yeah.
which would be
We'll go with that.
two combinations.
mixing things.
oh,
There
man.
we go.
That is the most soda I've drank in a very, very long time.
All right, is everybody locked in?
Come on, Nathan.
Yeah, they're out of my hands. I'm done. Done skis.
Nathan, I feel like he's guessing. Right now, he's just putting cups in
He's
front of him.
panicking.
He's got some sort of a key over there or something. He's looking at something. I don't know. All right. I think we're good.
All right, is everybody locked in?
I'm not well.
Okay. What number? Are we going to judge? Let's just judge this right on air. Curtis, what do we have in the Coke side?
Coke side, we have JT on 4.
That is incorrect.
I had
Dang it.
I had 6.
That is incorrect. This is Coke, right? Yeah.
Yes, Drez had 6.
Incorrect.
And Nathan had 5.
Incorrect. All right. What do we got on Diet Coke?
Diet Coke, I had 2.
Correct.
JT had 5.
Correct.
Wow.
Drez had 3.
Incorrect.
Correct.
Oh, what?
And Nathan had 4.
Correct. What does that tell you about Diet Coke?
It's the worst.
It stood out as being the most terrible, or one of the most terrible.
Coke Zero, I had 1.
Incorrect.
JT had 2.
Correct.
Drez 5.
Correct.
Nathan 2.
Incorrect. So Drez and JT, 2 of the
Wow.
first 3
Yeah.
is pretty darn good.
I'm impressing myself over here. I did not think I would be getting these right.
Moving on to Pepsi.
Pepsi, yes.
JT had 6.
Incorrect.
Curtis had 5.
Curtis, 5. Incorrect.
See, I thought I was a Pepsi drinker. I knew what Drez 1.
Drez, incorrect.
And Nathan 6.
Incorrect.
So if I was a bet man, I probably flip-flop the Pepsi and the Coke if I had to guess.
Diet Pepsi, Curtis had 3.
Kurt, incorrect.
JT 1.
Correct.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Drez 4.
Correct.
Nathan 3.
Incorrect.
Not going well.
All right.
Process of elimination.
So this is where it comes down to, me and JT over here.
Are you guys tied right now?
Yeah.
They're tied 3.
We've
3
gotten
is
all
the
the-
best I've ever seen someone do.
Uh-oh.
So Pepsi Zero is Curtis 4.
Incorrect.
JT 3.
Correct.
Yes.
4 of the 6.
Nathan 1.
Incorrect.
Drez 2.
Correct.
So we just flip-flopped the sweet ones, and otherwise we would have
Yeah.
gotten them all right.
Nice.
So you got 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6 is by far the best I've ever seen. You guys are pretty darn impressive with your
Now,
cola tasting.
I've long been a Coca-Cola drinker and dislike Pepsi.
Okay,
so-
but again, me being a sports guy, we have to break the tie.
Uh-oh.
Of just the classic Coke Pepsi challenge.
Do you have like RC Cola somewhere?
Either that or I'm thinking we mix 2, and you guys have to try to identify which 2.
That's not.
I want to go
Yes?
classic because those are the 2 that we missed.
Coke,
So we could
Pepsi?
try it again. Yeah, we both missed the Coke and the Pepsi.
All right, you 2 step out really quickly.
All right.
Where you guys have some cups.
Just
Take Nathan's.
someone.
I'm pretty sure there are 6 empty cups
Big-
there at least.
Big Nate, can you? There's cups in my office.
Yeah.
Label them somehow 1 and 2. Okay, so here's what's happening, everybody. This is the play-by-play breakdown.
I'm mad that I didn't get, but what?
You
How
were-
many? I got 2.
You got 1.
I can't-
The only one you got was Diet Coke.
and see, I'm a Pepsi drinker. I've always drank Pepsi.
Well, maybe this is proving to you that your loyalty is pointless.
Well, that's true.
Like,
But again, they were all just awful. And the next thing that we need to do is see if there's a difference
Okay.
between the taste of a 2-liter or a can or a 16-ounce bottle.
Given my confidence, I'm really frustrated with the fact that I only got 1 right.
yeah,
F.
both of you two, Curtis and Nate, Diet Coke only. Okay, here's what's happening, everybody.
Number 1 will be Drez. Number 2 can be JT.
One has to be Coke, one has to be Pepsi.
So they're both drinking.
Oh, so they're both drinking.
Coke and Pepsi.
Okay, so
All right, so he'll just have 1 and 2.
So just we'll do it the
JT.
same and just not let them look off each other's paper.
Right.
So just so everybody knows what's going on here, we did the more complex Coke Pepsi challenge. It was Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero. Our guy Big Nate and Curtis each got 1 of the 6 correct, identifying blind. They've got 1. Meanwhile, JT and Drez each pulled 4 out of 6, which is by far the best I've ever seen anyone do. I've done this a few times. So 4 out of the 6 is pretty darn impressive, but both of them got what they're calling the sweets, meaning Coke and Pepsi regular with the sugar. They got them flipped. So because I am someone that can't deal with not having a true winner, there's no ties, there's no everybody gets a trophy, none of that nonsense. We're breaking it down to just straight Coke, Pepsi, and see if maybe one of them will get it right and one of them will get it wrong. Curtis, do you forget which ones you poured it in?
No, I'm good. I got it.
All right, because this orchestration is now out of my hands. This is a Big Nate and Curtis production. I would like to say that up to this point, it's run fairly smooth.
That's horrifying. Why did you let that happen?
Because I was given play-by-play, as one does. Okay, so JT and Drez are back in station now, in the studio.
I got a 1 and a 2 in front of me.
You got a 1 and a 2. One of them is Coke. One of them is Pepsi.
And you're not going to tell us if they're the same for...
Not going to tell you if they're the same or not.
All right, here we go. We were both talking in the hallway. We're both Coke guys over Pepsi.
Yeah.
Although I go Coke Zero just in general because
Yeah.
I go Coke Zero over normal Coke.
We're learning with Curtis at least. He was a diehard Pepsi guy, and he can't identify the difference. So maybe that says something. I don't know. It's hard to enjoy something that you can't taste.
So here's the thing. I like one better. So in my mind, I should say that should be Coke. But I think it might be Pepsi. And I've just been drinking the wrong one all this time.
This could turn into
Because I don't think I've ever actually...
This
I've never,
is easy. Coke, Pepsi.
woo!
Okay, we need
What was that?
I don't know.
numbers. Something just exploded over here. Maybe
Coke is 2.
okay. And so that obviously means Pepsi would be 1 for you. Drez, what's your choice? And again, it could be the same, could be different. We're keeping you in the dark to make sure you aren't cheating off of him.
Again, I think I like 2 better.
The sounds coming through these headphones is ridiculous.
Give a good sniff, like you're a wine
Connoisseur.
like you're what is it called? Sommelier.
I'm gonna say 2 is Pepsi, 1 is Coke. Just because, and I got them. Like I said, I like 2 better,
Okay.
but I feel like I've been just drinking the wrong one
so
all
you
my
guys,
life.
you say you guys are different, right?
Mine.
You say Coke is 2.
Yeah.
You say Coke is 1.
I think so. Yes. That's
Okay. What I
said.
will say is they were the same in the 2 cups.
Uh-oh.
So one of you is wrong.
I hope it's me, and that I've been drinking the right thing all my life.
So it's all 4 cups have the same thing in it?
No. I'm saying that your 1 and his 1 are the same.
Oh,
So the
gotcha.
fact that you guessed different means one of you is right, one of you is wrong.
Understood.
We're not in a tie situation.
He sounded
here.
very confident,
Right.
and I pretty much have no clue. So
Yeah, whatever.
And the winner is JT wins.
Hey!
So I win
you've
in
been-
life because I was drinking the right
He
ones.
said I win in life.
That is
So I
absolutely
do
true.
like Coke better. Good.
Yes, so you
Yeah.
I should have just went with.
you
Why
emotion-
would I this? Why did I switch myself like that?
emotionally
I should have went
hedged.
with how I knew.
Especially considering
yeah.
you got 4 out of 6. Like,
Yeah.
why you second guessed?
you emotionally hedged. It's smart. That way, if you got it right, you won. If you didn't get it right,
Then
you
I-
won in life.
I
You were a
know.
win-win.
Yeah. That's why I did that.
So who got the least amount?
It was Nate and Curtis tied getting 1 out
You
of
guys
6
have to polish off the rest of these right now. Nobody
Oh,
leaves.
no.
Lock the doors.
Oh,
Chug,
gee.
chug, chug,
Not
chug.
at all.
Have fun
No,
with that.
the bottles as well.
No.
All right, so that about does it. 2 of our on-air personalities that participated know their soda. 2 very much don't. and sorry, Nate and Curtis. That's it for the Pepsi Coke
All
extended
right.
challenge.
It's food next time.
It's food next time.
So what